Hey guys, I'm Ben from AuthenTech, and just a couple months ago, my wife and I had our second baby. Now, if you know me, I love researching products and finding the very best gadgets, and that even comes to baby gear. So in this video, here are 10 of our favorite baby gadgets and products that we found. Some of them tacky, like these smart rocking bassinets, different baby cameras compared, but then other essentials as well. Whether you might have your firstborn on the way, or you're knee-deep in kids and you're just looking for something cool and a new invention you've never seen before, hopefully this video helps you out. All links and products to the gadgets will be down below, and let's jump right in. Starting with sleep, as when you have children, you'll know sleep is like a rare, precious jewel. Now here's 2 new smart sleep bassinets that might help you get some extra sleep. The first one is the Graco Sense to Snooze bassinet. Number 2 is the 4Moms Mamaroo Sleep bassinet. Both of them are taking the idea to help you rock your baby to sleep, which is basically genius. Now I've seen the Snooze sleeper before, but its price tag is kind of outrageous at $1,300. It's so expensive that they give you the option to rent the thing for over $100 a month. Now I'm sure it has its advantages and it looks super cool, but for my budget and I think the average consumer, I like these 2 newer options that come in at a much more affordable price. I purchased both of these, and the Graco is the cheaper option at around $300, though I have seen it drop down to $250 on Amazon, so keep an eye out for that. The 4Moms is a bit more expensive. I paid $330 online, but it looks like they raised the price up to $350 as of now. Setup is straightforward on each, though I found the 4Moms was a tad easier and faster as it was a toolless assembly, which I always like. The Graco took just a little longer and felt a little bit more assembly was needed, plus it wasn't totally toolless as I needed a screwdriver for just this one single screw. Both designs are nice, and the 4Moms has a little bit more of a clean and minimal look. However, its off-white grayish color kind of looks sort of outdated, and I prefer the clean white on the Graco, with the accent of gray looking nice. Both have a pad insert with washable cover. Now my wife and I like the Graco pad just a little bit better. It feels a bit more padded, and the texture feels softer, while the 4Moms has that slightly noisier sounding fabric. The Graco has 1 motion with 3 speeds, swaying head to toe motion, and you can still rock it when powered off. The 4Moms instead has 5 different motions, each with 5 different speeds, swaying side to side and up and down in different movements, though it won't rock when powered off. The Graco has tactile, clicky buttons, which I actually usually prefer over the better looking capacitive touch, but like I mentioned, the display makes the 4Moms more modern looking. Both have vibration built in and a sound machine, which is really cool. Now hands down, the 4Moms white noise option sounded much nicer, and its volume got much louder over the Graco. Possibly not a big deal for most, like us for example. We use other sound machines as well on top, like the Marpac Dome, which is hands down the best white noise machine ever made. I have more of these little things in my house than I'm proud to admit. So we use both of these smart sleep bassinets for at least 1 week straight on our newborn, and they're both really sweet. Each time we placed our baby in one of these smart sleep bassinets, she wouldn't cry very much and would slip into a really good sleep. It was pretty amazing. Now I'll stress it again, if you can get any extra sleep at night with a newborn, literally feels like a straight up miracle, and hopefully either of these could work out for you well. Now could we tell a clear difference between the 2 in terms of effectiveness? Honestly, not really. Now the big disclaimer though, as obvious as it is, every single baby is totally different. So it might work for one, might not work for another. We're finding that our second baby is a much better sleeper than our firstborn, so would he have been sleeping better with these? I'm not sure, it's sort of impossible to say, but man, I sure wish we had these around a few years ago to try. Oh, and the cry detection technology on the Graco is a little cheesy for us. It basically just clicked on an assortment of motion, vibrate, and sound settings when it heard loud crying, and after a few failed attempts, we never really used it again. Your mileage may vary. Now, which one are we personally keeping? We're sticking with the Graco for 2 key reasons. First is the pricing, as it's the more affordable option while still working awesome. And secondly, our 4Moms unit started making some bad vibrating sound. And funny enough, when I found multiple reviewers online saying they had the same issue, I knew I wanted to return ours. My contact at 4Mom said that they're aware and working on the issue, and the Bassinet comes with a 12-month warranty and they'll replace any unit that's not working properly, so there you go. Either way, I'm really glad to see some healthy competition with these smart bassinets that help rock and soothe your baby to sleep. And if you don't want to shell out $1,300 for the Snooze, well, now there's two much more affordable options. Next up are cameras and baby monitors, and here's 4 options for you to check out. First is our dumb offline Motorola baby monitor that we bought for our first child, but it's still working pretty well a few years later. We like the large LCD screen for watching baby, however the camera's very narrow field of view, which is a major downside. I wish it was much wider angle, as you'll see in my next camera options. The key benefit of an old school baby monitor with no Wi-Fi built in, you don't have to worry about as much for security, less hackers trying to get into it. Plus battery life's usually pretty good on the wireless monitor. You can use it just as an audio monitor as the volume gets really loud. Range and night vision's pretty good too. We did find the room temp monitoring to be pretty inaccurate, and there's this terrible beeping sound upon disconnection or booting up that's sort of ear-piercing and you can't even mute it. And the micro USB connections sort of got wiggly and loose over time. Its price feels a little expensive, but overall it's worked fine for us over the years. The next 3 cameras are Wi-Fi cams, and the first is Wisecam, which I've reviewed on this channel before. It's one of the very cheapest home security cameras you can find at just 25 bucks. It's a great looking 1080p HD video, night vision, ultra wide angle field of view, 2-way talk and listen. There's a sweet magnetic base and swivel, plus micro SD card slot for recording video. It's a great option for the cheap price tag. Next, on the other side of the spectrum, this thing is packed with some impressive features. It's the Nanit Smart Baby Camera, which you've probably seen around. They're very popular. I was impressed with unboxing, very clear instructions, multiple mounting options, good cord safety. Their app is beautifully designed, image quality is superb and crisp, super wide angle, again squeezing the whole crib into camera frame. It has all the standard baby camera stuff like night vision and 2-way talk, temperature and humidity readings, but then they one-up everything, like the 2-way audio. You can pull it up on your phone and you can turn on background audio. So that means if you're using other apps or your screen is turned off, you can still hear the audio. And on top of all that, you can even turn on sleep sounds like white noise with timer settings. And there's even this little night light on top, very nice details. Another sweet feature that Nanit is known for is their sleep tracking and guidance, so you can see your baby's sleep stats and time-lapse video and other insights. Nanit was very kind and sent me the camera and a breathing wear starter pack, which include the swaddle and breathing band. Now basically these have no batteries or wires, which I like, but instead, sort of genius, allows the camera to motion track these little tracking points on the sleepwear. And then in the app, it can monitor your baby's breathing motion, breaths per minute, send alerts and alarm you if your baby needs you. Kinda clever. I appreciate they give us a free year of these analytics, which is nice, though of course I sort of wish they didn't charge at all for this service. During the app sign up, I like that they didn't force me to enter in my credit card info. There's so many other companies that still do this nowadays, and then you get charged a year later for something that you didn't want. Lots of alerts and customization in the settings. I like the different stands that they offer, and since all the camera brains reside in this little tiny puck, to move the camera as easy as popping it out of one stand, then snapping it into another, like this multi-stand for on the go. The video feed seems to load fast, and there's huge kudos to this camera having both 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi built in. Overall, the Nanit Cam has been pretty sweet so far, and for sure, I'll admit it's pretty expensive at $300, but it comes with lots of bells and whistles that a lot of parents want in keeping an eye on their baby. The last camera option is a quick one, and that's the Nest Cam from Google. Now it's not super cheap at around 200 bucks, but it has 2 or 3 features that I think are really amazing. First is the 24/7 continuous cloud recording, so you'll never miss the moment, but yes, that comes at a subscription fee. But the second feature that none of those other cameras have is the uber smooth timeline scrubbing of your footage. We have one of these cameras in the kids' playroom, and there's been so many times that our 2-year-old will do something crazy, and we can quickly scrub back, find the moment, save it to download or share. Nanit records video clips as well, but unfortunately it doesn't have the smooth timeline scrubbing feature yet, and Wise can record footage as well, but it's far from smooth scrubbing and much harder to find those exact moments. I really like scrubbing through the night to see how our little guy moves around, and another benefit of investing in the Nest Cam is the camera can then transition from the baby crib to the kids' playroom to then maybe as a normal security camera for your home, sort of extending that investment, which is sort of a nice perk. Number 7 on our list is a clean and modern looking high chair. This one was sent to us from 4Moms. Now it's lightweight and slides around. We like how easy it is to remove the foam seat insert for cleaning or wiping down. There's 3 height positions, 2 tray positions, and probably my favorite feature is the magnetic tray top. Now I'm obsessed with magnets, and this is sort of genius. They have these different bowls and plates that magnetically sort of snap into place and help prevent possible spills. Now of course it's not gonna grip on like glue, but it's a very clever idea and it should help in preventing some things sliding around. I like that I can remove the tray and it lays flat on a table. Plus, we often like to slide the chair right up to our dinner table so our 2-year-old can be right next to us. Number 8 and 9 are strollers, which we love. First is the Duna, which we bought a few years ago for our firstborn, and it's basically an infant's car seat that transforms into a stroller in just seconds. Now it's pretty dang expensive, but honestly both my wife and I agree it was probably the very best money we spent on our baby. I can't tell you how many people have stopped to ask us what this magical device is, because it's simply brilliant. Effortlessly switching between a stroller, gliding around anywhere, then folding the wheels up into itself and clicking right into the car seat base. When we placed our baby in the Duna at the hospital on discharge date, we had a swarm of nurses all around us wanting to check out what this thing was. We've flown across the country with it and makes airports and travel so much easier. It's maneuverable and glides around super smooth. I can go on and on about this thing, but if you don't believe me, it looks like there's tons of raving reviews on Amazon. So go check it out, and if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. The second stroller is from Zoe, and this is the Twin Plus Luxe Edition. Huge thanks to those guys for sending this one to us. Now, funny enough, for our first child, we purchased a Zoe stroller after lots of research, and it was their everyday single model. We loved it so much. Now that we have 2 kids, we wanted their tandem model as well. It's super lightweight and portable. To collapse and fold or unfold is very easy and fast. Literally takes just a couple seconds. It gets down compact, which is great for travel. And our other favorite feature is this 4-panel expandable canopy. And it's surprising how few strollers have this feature. It pulls almost all the way down to block the sun and wind at almost any angle. This Luxe model looks and feels super classy with these leatherette handles, nice fabrics, moisture wicking, sun blocking canopy. The Zoe also has a deep 165-degree recline, which is easy to raise and lower with these simple pull tabs. Magnetic peekaboo windows, and the back flap rolls up if you want some good cross breeze. Nice and large netting underneath for storage. Semi-modular accessories like these snack cups and cup holders and belly bar that snap on and off. The footrests independently raise and lower. They even sell some nice add-ons like this parent organizer that has zippered pockets. I like to keep our phones in there, and there's drink holders as well. We leave this on all the time and it doesn't get in the way when folding down. They also sent me the storage backpack, which is nice too. The Zoe stroller fits in there just snug, and it'd be perfect if we were tossing the Zoe on an airplane, for example, keeping it sanitary and protected from cargo damage, plus the carrying strap's good for portability. It's honestly a really impressive stroller system, and we recommend checking it out. Last item, number 10, is called the Cloud from those same guys at Zoe. Huge thanks for sending one over. Now, it's this super lightweight and portable travel crib. It's sort of a 2-in-1. It can convert from a standard sleep and play crib to a zip-in bassinet, perfect for the little ones. The pad is cozy and water resistant, and I know that we'll be using this for our future family vacations. So there's 10 of our favorites, baby and toddler gear for 2020. Are there any others that you want us to check out? Let us know, and thanks so much for watching. Until next time, let's live AuthenTech.